Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's YouTube channel. I'm joined by a very special guest. I'd say my microphone is going to pick up Pepsi's insane purring. If you can see behind me, this week I tackled a big job. I panelled, with the help of my brother, my whole guest bedroom. I am going to get straight into the video. Here is a little vlog of us panelling the entire bedroom. We can do a quick tour of the room. So I just have shelves, which they'll be coming down, and plain walls. There's a couple of dings on the wall because if you remember, my bike was just stored in here. Then I have a double bed there. This is like a smaller single room, but it does fit a double bed perfectly there. So we'll keep that, but just change the headboard. So I'm gonna like beadboard all the way around. Then you've got built-in wardrobes and you have another plain wall here. There's Blondie. Hey babes. So this room doesn't have a lot of floor space, so I'm gonna kind of have to utilize the walls. So I will do, there's my brother. Why do boys always do that? They beep a million times so they know you're here. Right, I gotta go, but this is a good before. Okay, so we've got supplies. I've got 9 packets of these because I need like 8.5 meters. So I have 10 packets, but I bought 9, which was confusing first. Then we just have some glue and filler. We also have a nail gun. And then I just got this to do the angles for the edging, which is over here. So I got these to go on the top because it's already skirting. Good man, Thomas. Sweep that floor. But like all good jobs, we've wrecked the rest of the house. So we've got the mattress headboard in here and the bed in the kitchen. So you have to crack an egg to make an omelette. Isn't that what they say?
Stab.
So to actually put the panelling up is actually quite simple. We glued the back of every piece of timber that went into the wall, and this was like a tongue and groove style panelling. And then every third or fourth panel piece, I just nailed it into a stud in the wall. It's really important that you just nail in every couple when you're doing the beadboard. As this was our first time, it was really nice to kind of do it with somebody, so I definitely recommend having a helper if it is your first time.
You don't put nails in this as well?
Yeah, but just because this is a topping.
Yeah.
Okay, right, simmer on.
Well, I want to do is not bear it down as much as I can. Right up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do a middle.
Just over right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There you go. Well.
Okay, got a first one done. Once we were happy with how the wood was sitting in the wall, I just used some of the wood filler to fill in the gaps and give that perfectly seamless finish. I only really needed to use the wood filler on the top dowel, is that what you call it, or dado rail? I'm not sure what the correct term is. I also filled in any of the holes from the nails and then just around the skirting as well. We got these panel pieces in woodies and I was really happy with them. My only one negative is that some of the wood pieces are not perfectly 32 centimeters. I think that's what they were, so you do have to trim some of them to size. So if you follow the rules of measure, glue your wood, stick it on, nail gun every few, and finish it off with some filler, you can't really go too far wrong. decided to take off this wallpaper. Although I absolutely loved it, we did take it down because I think wallpaper, you either do the whole thing and not just one wall when you have the paneling. So I took it down. Although I loved it, I was kind of tired of it. So we just used some warm soapy water to get it off. So it is late, but finito. So done. And I have it all caulked, is that what it's called? I have it all filled, nail gaps filled. So it's ready for paint. I'll be priming it tomorrow. I'll just have to sand back just some of this, just make sure this is smooth where the nails is. But I am done. It's 7:30 and we're at this since 12:30. So what, 6-7 hours is after taking us to just get it up. So I now have to clean the mess. My brother's gone. Typical, they go when the mess needs to be cleaned. So I'm gonna clean up, put all my tools away, put all the scrap wood in the shed, so then tomorrow I can at least prime it. As the wood is like pine and stuff, it needs to be prepped for paint. So I have some primer and undercoat in one. So I should be able to give it one coat in the morning, and then in the evening I might be able to get a second coat. But that's where we're at. Pepsi, here she comes. A solid 6 hours graft, 7 hours graft. And now it is time for me and Pepsi to clean up. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, Blandy. Are you ready to paint? No? Are you ready to watch me paint? I just popped into bed just to get it out of the way of the kitchen so I can have breakfast, but Blondie is using it as a lookout. So, ready for paint, day 2. I'm going to prime the whole thing because you can see there's a lot of like knotty wood. So I'm going to prime the wood before painting. And you'll notice that this wall is magnolia compared to the white wall, so I have some white paint and I'm going to paint this wall white while I'm waiting for the primer to dry. I applied one coat of primer. This is Prime 2 by Colortrend. It's like a primer and undercoat in one. And here is the top coat colour. It's called Springtide and it's that lovely cottage kind of sagey green. It's similar to my kitchen cabinets, but it's actually darker and it gives it that lovely contrast, especially with the cabinet that I painted a couple of weeks ago that's in my hallway. So I've just finished the very first coat of paint. So if it looks a bit patchy, that's just the first coat, but I'm already so excited. I just love this like cottage colour. So I just done the windowsill as well. So I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna do the radiator, but it's cold and I have the heating on. So I'll have to wait until tomorrow to do, to paint that. Now, I keep meaning to take down these shelves. So before I finish for the day, I'm going to do my second coat of white on this and take these shelves down, and then I am done for the day. It's time to put the feet up. that's my panelled bedroom. There is still lots I want to do in the room. Well, not lots. I am too exhausted from the past 3 days of panelling. I can't even think about decorating it and styling it. I did order a wallpaper sample because my original thinking was to do panelling on the bottom with wallpaper on top. But I think it's gonna be too fussy. I'll wait and see when the sample comes. But I think I might just leave it with white and green panelling and then just style it. The bed that I am sitting on, I also got for free, and I was thinking, I do have the headboard. I could upcycle the headboard that I have, but I'm loving the texture of wood at the moment. So I might have a look and maybe thrift a new bed frame, and then I can give this one away for free and pass it on. But we'll see. I have some ideas. I'm definitely going for like that French cottage kind of feel. I need to kind of take down some shelves, and as it's a small room, I think it definitely needs like a mirror and stuff. So I need to have a think about what else I'm gonna do in this room. I just thrown on some stuff that was already in my house. So this like floral throw is old, some old bed sheets that I just had in the hot press. And actually the ladder behind me, that's the ladder I was using to paint the walls. So it's multifunctional. It's now a cute little stand for the minute. But it probably needs 1 or 2 pieces of furniture. As you can hear, there's an echo. There's not a lot of floor space. So I could totally do like, I'm thinking maybe a bed frame that you can see under, a rug, some texture, and 1 or 2 things on the wall. There's not a lot of storage in this room, so I definitely kind of have to utilize the walls somehow. So I would love to hear your kind of suggestions. Also, this project took roughly 3 days. It took us a full day Saturday to panel the room. Then it took me a full day Sunday to prime it and put the first layer of coat on. And then last night after work, putting the second coat on was much quicker, and that took me about 2 hours, and then I recoated the white wall. So all in all, if you are gonna like panel a room, you're gonna have to give yourself the weekend and a little bit more. But I'm delighted with it. Also, budget wise, this came under 300. I think it was 270 including all paint and materials. The wood panels, my only one thing about the wood panels, I got them from Woodies. They're not all perfectly 32 centimeters, so the drop on them, you have to line them up to the wall before tacking them and see where the inconsistency is, and you'll have to saw it to size. We had to do that on one of the walls. The other walls weren't too bad, but I did notice some of them packets are not perfectly 32 centimeter, which wood expands, and when you leave it in a room to settle to the temperature, like wood can change obviously, so it's not their fault. I think it's just what wood does. And they do say to leave the wood in the room for 2 days, for 48 hours, to expand and do whatever wood does. So that's me for this week. I'd love to get like some decor suggestions from you guys. I mean, I don't have a massive budget, but I definitely think I might look for a secondhand bed frame, but in that French wood kind of style, and then maybe a mirror. I love the mirrors that look like windows. And then I can style up some shelving. I'm not mad on that shelving. I don't like the way you can see the brackets. So I might like reclaim some wood to do some shelving to go for that texture. So let me know what you think. Comment below. I always dive into the comments. And if you love this video, cheeky thumbs up, and I'll see you all next week.